Despite recent declines on charts that cover shorter timeframes, XRP has maintained an upward trend on its annual chart, resulting in a 48% price increase so far in 2018. By the way, does the United States Securities and Exchange Commission have a valid argument when it asserted that Ripple was dragging out the legal process? A Wall Street financial expert by the name of Linda Jones recently disclosed to the Bitcoin community how non-accredited investors may purchase Ripple shares before to the company's anticipated public offering, which is something that I will explore with you here. Stay with me to the very end to pick up some additional information. If you think that this is a topic that piques your curiosity, you should absolutely begin viewing this new video as soon as possible. XRP has not been immune to the turmoil that has been sweeping the market. Due to the instability that has been seen across the market as a whole, XRP has been unable to hold on to the gains that it gained on July 13. Since the asset had already been sold on July 13, any gains that had been accumulated were lost. Despite the recent loss, the yearly chart for XRP shows that it is still on an upward trend. Alex Cobb, a community leader for XRP, first dialed despite the diminishing bullish opinions that this reality requires notice due to the fact that XRP's value has increased by 48% so far this year. Cobb has made public a graph that depicts the annual price variations that will occur with XRP from 2013 through 2023. Taking a closer look at how XRP has performed on a yearly basis over the past decade reveals a phenomenal growth. This was demonstrated by the asset. There has been a general upward trend for XRP since January of 2013. Notably, XRP's value rocketed upward by an astonishing 366% by the end of 2013. Despite the gain, the asset went through a correction over the course of the subsequent 3 years, suffering a value reduction of more than 86% between 2014 and 2016. XRP, on the other hand, has maintained a portion of its gains from 2013. The breakthrough for XRP came in 2017 when it experienced an astonishing increase of 33,000% over the previous year. XRP finished the year at a price of $1.99, having started the year at $0.67. The investment took advantage of the spike that occurred in 2017 to get to the in January of 2018, which was $3.32. Despite these positive performances, XRP began to endure swings in its price after they occurred. An effort was made to achieve a new record for highest point. Throughout the entirety of the bull market in 2021, opposition arose as a direct result of the legal pressure brought on by the SEC case. XRP managed to keep moving in an upward direction despite the impediment. The recent rise in the value of the asset contributes to the continuing forward momentum. Since the first of the year 2023, the value of XRP has unexpectedly climbed by 48%, placing it among the top gainers for this year compared to the performance of other well-known cryptocurrency assets such as Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, and Dogecoin. XRP fares significantly better. To put things in perspective, Ethereum's value has increased by 36% so far this year, whilst ADA's value has only increased by 3.5%. This year, the value of Doge and BNB has decreased by 12 and 9% respectively. This perspective is significant due to the fact that it provides specifics regarding the bigger picture. The XRP market's positive momentum. Investor confidence has suffered as a result of the most recent drop from the previous high of 0.93. Cobb's disclosure is an attempt to boost one's optimism on the possibilities of XRP in the long run. When another XRP user, a well-known member of the community, examined the annual chart, they stated that the asset is about to experience a price appreciation. Cobb responded by saying that he agreed with this assessment. The price of XRP is currently at 0.47, representing a decrease of 1.27%. In the previous week, in addition, it was reported that the SEC had submitted a memorandum reply brief in support of its request to certify an interlocutory appeal in the Ripple matter. This was in addition to the fact that it was previously mentioned that the SEC had submitted a memorandum reply brief in support of its move to certify an interlocutory appeal in its memorandum reply brief. XRP was also mentioned in the case of Ripple. The SEC contends in the brief that even if Ripple has a distinct institutional interest, Bitcoin has a greater stake in the outcome of the dispute being effectively resolved. noting that the most recent filing that SEC wants certification for an appellate review in its reply memorandum legal battle with Ripple that SEC humbly requests for certification due to the issues raised by the court's ruling on summary judgment for appellate review at this time. Goal noting that the most recent filing that SEC wants certification for an appellate review in its reply memorandum. It's argued that these cases present the same knotty legal issues that drove Congress to develop the interlocutory review process. In addition to this, Ripple is being accused of trying to drag out the legal conflict in order to maintain their ability to sell XRP to the general public. The court ruled that programmatic sales of XRP by Ripple and other distributions do not qualify as securities. The party which was unhappy with the decision stated that the judgment raises a number of difficulties from a legal standpoint. Nevertheless, according to the SEC, Ripple did not have any institutional motive to conclude the litigation as rapidly as possible. In addition, it was said that Ripple and its management want to keep the litigation running so that they can continue selling their products. The public with XRP to support its desire to prevent future legal action, that SEC argued in the case that the choice would assist in protecting the party's financial resources as well as the courts. This desire was used to support the SEC's want to halt future legal action. As a consequence of this, the Securities and Exchange Commission has requested that the court stop any further case proceedings awaiting the outcome of its motion for an interlocutory appeal. This is so that the SEC may ensure that the appeal has been completely handled. The defendants said litigation as they have previously pledged to doing, most likely to enable them to carry on. The SEC observed that they were selling XRP into public markets, which they tacitly concede. This was in response to the fact that the SEC stated that the defendants were selling XRP into public markets. In a twist of fate, the SEC has leveled the accusation that Ripple is aiming to drag out the case, despite the fact that Ripple has been the party who has deployed delay methods throughout the course of the litigation. Ripple underscored that SEC's stalling methods throughout the litigation, as was previously reported by the media. Ripple drew attention to the SEC's delaying techniques used in the legal battle over the versions of William contentious speech, fight over the rough copies of William Hinman's divisive speech. Ripple drew attention to the SEC's delaying strategies employed in the legal battle over the versions of William Hinman's contentious speech. It is well knowledge that the SEC's investigation into Ripple has not yet resolved all of its unresolved issues. In particular, the executives Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, who work for Ripple, are the focus of the Commission's investigation. In its application to certify an interlocutory appeal, the SEC made a motion to the court asking that the stay be extended for an additional period of time, the procedures that took place during the case up until the end of the appeal. Notably, the court has already scheduled the trial for this matter to take place in the second quarter of 2024. In light of this, even if the court grants that SEC's request for a stay of further proceedings, the court will not rule on the interlocutory appeal until after the trial has been postponed if the SEC's request to halt further proceedings is granted. Because of this action, the conclusion of the legal dispute will be postponed even more. A number of prominent crypto stakeholders, including as Ripple's chief legal officer Stuart Alderoty, have provided feedback in response to the SEC's most recent filing. In response, Alderoty provided a description of the SEC filing, which was viewed as a hypocritical flip. In a tweet published on Saturday, Alderoty claimed that notwithstanding what SEC Chair Gary Gensler has said, the regulations governing cryptocurrencies are clear and must be respected. At this time, it is being asserted that an appeal is urgently required in order to resolve these difficult legal difficulties that are related to the example of Ripple. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.